Hello everyone, welcome to today's gratitude and affirmation practice. Thank you so much for being here. This video might be shorter than the last because I am running out of steam, but if you watched the last video, you know that I was completely out for the count yesterday. I literally slept all day long. I've never done that in my entire life. No matter how sick I've gotten, I had COVID once, it didn't happen. It happened yesterday. So, very grateful that I got a day of rest. I'm still kind of recovering. So we're in gratitude today. Early this morning, I'm still so thankful for this. I must have been running at like a low grade fever or a fever off and on. And it broke at like probably between 3 and 4 in the morning. And I just woke up and I was just, maybe TMI, but I was just all sweaty. And I'm like, oh, great. So my body's sending me the right signals. Perfect. And, was very thankful for that. Never have I woken up sweaty before and been like, yay, absolutely. I did yesterday. I'll show you Les Donkeys. Oh, look at how cute they are. Hi. I should know their names, but they're just content and they're eating dinner. So that's my number one gratitude. The second gratitude is I did preemptively yesterday. It's because I never experienced that before where I was just sleeping all day. I had already notified my boss and I was like, hey, I'll be on for important calls tomorrow, but like I just might need a rest during them. Like I just really wasn't sure at that point what was going on with my body. And I was going to retest after work if I was still feeling that way. But I woke up and, I had enough sleep to where I could take it, hour by hour. So I did end up, number two, grateful that I had an understanding boss. I couldn't function yesterday even if I wanted to. I was just that out of it. Number three, grateful that, I took it slow today. Just really didn't push myself at all. I'm still regaining my strength back. Number four, also, everything I try and use as a lesson or a way to understand myself better. I'm grateful I had another lesson in my own energy. This year, I think I'm really practicing what is the right level of energy and intent to put into something in order to get the result that you want back, and I think for a lot of my life, have really overextended myself unnecessarily, and I think that is an area that I want to improve in. So this was definitely a lesson, also in patience, because I'm a person that just likes action and doing things, but sometimes I burn myself out because I don't have the right amount of energy that's connected to it. So I'm grateful that I was able to see, like, hey, you literally don't have any energy to give, so keep your energy and just, like, interact. And you can do that without giving of yourself and have the same results, at least for today. And my energy was going to my brain power to, do what I needed to do during the day. So it was a good lesson. Number five for today. Oh my God, so grateful I already had gotten food. And grateful that I was thinking about the order in which to eat the food in. I do think that kind of matters. And so I started my day off literally yesterday and today with a salad. And then I had, I do Siggy's yogurt if I am getting yogurt because it has way less sugar. The one from Iceland is definitely different. I think I even prefer that one, but we have the American-made Siggy's. So got that, ate that with, some blackberries and strawberries, trying to get some antioxidants in the body. And that was kind of the extent. Oh, and then my green drink, that was kind of the extent of my meal, but it was just really nice to not have to think about it. I just put it together. After this, I'm going to eat dinner, which is the rest of my quinoa and salmon, and then I'm going to do some more chia seeds with some almond milk. I'm going to kind of round that out. And that seems, this seems to be nice for my body. My body really liked the fish yesterday. Number 6. I think we're on number 6. Oh my God. Just so freaking grateful that I am outside walking. I have just learned how much I genuinely enjoy walking. I love taking you guys on walks, but it just sets my mind. And to not be able to do that, and to kind of have been in places where there's not really nature to walk in. Like, I don't really I find walking in a city stimulating, but when I'm looking to disengage, nature is what does it for me. So, I've just been kind of thrown off of that. And so getting back into it is something that I'm truly appreciative of. And I'm kind of sad that I'm going to be leaving soon. It's, not enough to want to live here full time. But, it's just a different nature. And so, I'm sad because it's been so peaceful. And just come on. It's been really peaceful considering what my life has been like. Oh, it's so beautiful though. Number 7. There's one near the fence. Let me see if I can go say hi. With that being said, I'm just so grateful for this is the goddess era of fulfilled dreams and really just expanding and diving deeper within myself. Oh, hi. And for all the new experiences that I got. Hello. You want to come over here? Hi. A little tip for you guys if you're dealing with horses, or what do you have in your... Oh, you got a little boogie. Got a little thing on the side of your face. If you're dealing with any type of horse equestrian-ish creature, you always just kind of want to have your hand flat, so that way when they do try and grab, this one I think just wants to be pet. But when they do try and grab, they're not going to grab your fingers. They're going to grab for the palm. Hi. Aw, they said enough of you. No treats? Oh wow, and it's got zebra prints on the back. I was like, that's cool. So, yeah, that's number 7. One of my Airbnb people that I stayed with, Laura, she allowed me to take her horse Mosaic on, a brief desert trail ride, and that was amazing because that was one of the things on my bucket list. I've been on trail rides before, but there's just something unique about just being you, the horse, nature, and yourself. And so grateful for that experience and conversations with her. Got to do the gem show with my sister-in-law. How I feel about crystals and minerals and rocks, which we're going to get more into that this year. I was telling my aunt, I was like, I anticipated being able to sell and getting everything together, and my aunt just straight up laughed at me, and she goes, no? And she goes, you have so much that you are kind of settling down from, that this is not the month, I think, for you to do that. And she was definitely right. And I think that's next month. Next month we're gonna do some exploring, but in a different way. This coming month. And we're good. Now we're good. But we're going to do some exploring in a new way, but it'll be way more downtime for me to start working through some of the things that I, need to take care of. So, 7, 8 for the day. Oh, let me just give you an example. I am so grateful that I was able to clean out my entire phone today. But just to give you an example of some of the things I have on my list, like a lot of things I have on my list are very time intensive, long time horizon things. But just to give you an example of how long it takes me to do something like clean out your phone, it took me an hour and a half today, which is actually, usually it takes me 2 to 3 hours to sort everything and pull things into folders. And, because when I'm pulling, my videos aren't short. A lot of my phone gets eaten up by the videos I'm doing for you guys, which is like 15 to 20 minutes each video. It takes a long time for it to be transferred over. So, hour and a half. Grateful I got it done. Grateful I'm able to get these started for you guys. But yeah, it's a lot. So, grateful I got that done. Number 9, I am looking forward to my dinner. My body, I'm starting to get to the point where it's, hungry, which is good. Great signal. So I'm going to go back, eat the rest of my dinner. If I didn't say, or if I did say in this video, it's so like lemon pepper salmon with some quinoa, and then chia seeds and some almond milk, and I'm going to put a little granola in there, and it's going to be good. And then that'll be the end of my day. Number 10, while I didn't get a chance to meet with my friends, I am going to do one last meal with my aunt. And honestly, truly, I am just so grateful for all the time I did get to spend with family out here. I don't see them very often, so it was so nice, and I'm very appreciative of the time that they made. And this is the family that I am kind of like most connected with. So it was just, what a wholesome month. Even though I had so much craziness and running around, I think it was a good start to a new chapter in my life. And I just can't wait for more. So those are my gratitudes. Now, getting into the message for the day, the last thing I was talking about with you guys was you're the only person that's thinking in your head. No one else is thinking in there. And, being conscious of our thoughts and cycle loops with our thoughts, and us being the ones to keep us in our cycle loops. So what things can we do differently with that? How can you start changing your thought loops? I don't know if this is a word. No, it's a little cactus. Okay. But the other thing, while I was just absolutely down and out for the count yesterday, is what if we should be looking at our thoughts kind of the exact same way as signals from our body? And let me just show you guys. Oh, look at that. Isn't that so pretty? Here, when the sun sets, the mountains turn red. And I haven't been in many spots to get you guys the good sunsets. Or I've just been, doing things like going back and forth between shows, or, spending some time with my family. But the backdrop, though, so pretty. And the sun's already down, which is the crazy part. If you followed me for a while, I'm looking at a bird, seeing if I can get it for you guys. Okay, guess not. Man. There was a video I did for you guys where I said all the kind of emotions and the signals that your body gives is just data and information around your environment. What if thoughts are supposed to be looked at the same? So if you still have to understand what's behind it and handle and work through the emotion, but we also have a lot more power over our thoughts than we actually give ourselves credit for. And so what if the sad thoughts, again, if you're fresh and working through grief or something that happened, there's a lot of emotion to process there. It makes total sense that you're having those thoughts. But if you don't do anything to work through the emotion, you are kind of causing yourself your own harm at a certain point. And so sad thoughts, if it makes you sad, and, you know, let's say you kind of work through the emotion, or even angry or depressing thoughts, those are probably signals that that's probably not where you should be thinking and working towards in your brain. Again, easier said than done, and it's not with the intent to ignore what's going on, but it is with the intent of, like, are you asking yourself, how do I feel about having this thought? What thoughts do I want to think? Does this thought make me feel good? And I think the biggest example I can give is like romantic relationships. We will think and think and think and think about romantic relationships, and look at this. We're going to have a romantic relationship with the mountain in a second. And by romantic relationship, appreciate the beauty and accept that we get crazy, amazing experiences, and just give it the value that it deserves. You know, every time that I take a video for you guys, you never quite know, like, if, you know, one day when something in nature is going to change. So I truly like to get it in the moment for you guys. So, thoughts, romantic relationships, we just go over and over and over in our brains. And, you know, let's just say it was, you know, whether it's healthy or unhealthy, at a certain point, like, do you want to keep yourself there? And a lot of times it's no, but we just want it to work out the way that we want it to work out. Okay. But, like, it's interesting when you think about it, because something that we're thinking about within that thought, we're tricking ourselves into believing that it's making us feel better than it actually is, because the thought itself is actually not. And so where I'm trying to go with this is I'm monitoring my thoughts more and asking myself the question, do I even like this thought? Do I like where this is going? Do I like where this is leading me? If this is something where I feel like I haven't fully processed, let me sit with the emotion itself and let me actually not think the thoughts. So that's the thing about somatic therapy, is you don't actually need to know what happened in order to process through the emotion or the thing. You don't. Emotions can leave and be processed all in their very own without you attaching the event relevance to it. Okay? So it is entirely possible, once I've identified kind of what's behind the thought, or even if I don't, like, oh, hey, I'm angry. But do I like thinking these thoughts? No. So maybe I don't think the thoughts, but maybe that is a clear signal. Hey, I need to sit with this anger and just let it work itself out. But I don't need to actually replay that story to myself. And so this is something newer that since yesterday I've been trying to start. So I noticed yesterday that any time I would have thoughts that were either angry, frustrating, sad, depressing, again, these are not negative emotions. All emotions are beautiful, healthy, and positive, but they give us signals. So anytime I was attaching to one of those thoughts, oh my God, like my joints would flare up in pain. I started noticing, like, for some of them, how much of my body would flare up. And I just started thinking, I was like, this can't be healthy. Like, how much of our own symptoms are we actually causing for ourselves? So I had to be if I was completely set on healing and being well, I had to be very intentional yesterday with my thoughts and actually stop it when I started feeling that. But it made me so aware of just how many thoughts throughout my day are probably sending an additional signal to my body, like, oh, this isn't good for us. And maybe I'm causing some of my own internal harm. So now I'm acknowledging the thought, identifying, okay, cool, I have this emotion I need to process, but let me actually give myself time to sit with myself and process it. And processing does not equal thinking about it, okay? Process means releasing it and giving it room to figure its way out in the energetic sense. And if you want, if that's something that's interesting to you, I can share more of my experiences with that, in which to help you guys understand, because like, keep in mind too, like, I've done somatic therapy, so I have a more physical understanding of how these things kind of interact. So just be very conscious of your thoughts. Start understanding and start being aware of in your body what happens when you think thoughts. It's not just that, oh, I have a sad thought and now I'm sad. Chemicals are being triggered in your body. Your body is also sending you other signals, but like yesterday, my body was so sensitive and already in so much inflammation and pain at some points that it was like I could feel the slightest releases and everything. So it's one way, because I'm so dedicated to being healthy and nourished, that I'm going to stop. And I'm going to see if changing my thought loops and also being more proactive about just addressing what's underlying the thought instead of just continuously thinking about it makes a difference in my life. I'll keep you guys updated. So, that's the message of the day, or the part 2. Affirmations. Number 1, as always, I'm divinely guided and supported. I can ask for help whenever I need it. I humbly ask for help today. Number 2, I allow myself to be healed and healthy. Oh, and that's the other thing too, guys. If you're stating something like that as an affirmation, there's like almost also a resistance to that too. You have to ask yourself, how does being unhealthy serve you? Because it's not that, like, we want to cause harm to ourselves. It's like there's something about being healthy that is triggering for you, more triggering than everything that's already triggering you in being unhealthy. There we go. Number 3, I am wealthy. Number 4, I allow myself to exist in abundance as my natural state of being, never-ending abundance. I allow myself to be provided and cared for. Number 4, I lean deep into nourishment and healing of self. Number 5, sleep is my divine practice. Deep, refreshing, peaceful, healing, soul-refreshing sleep is available to me each and every night. I claim it tonight, every night. Number 7, I allow myself to be present, but unburdened and unattached in the present moment. Number 8, I breathe easily and deeply in the sanctuary of bliss, peace, and protection in which I powerfully reside. Number 9, I listen to my internal voice and tend for the day. What a beautiful day to be alive. Let's claim a day! Our accomplishments. What we want to do, be, see, feel, heal, show up, experience, and appreciate the fact that we are powerful co-creators of our present reality. And here, for you guys, no bobcats, rattlesnakes, or cougars to speak of, but we did see a deer in the last video, so go check that one out. Alright, love you guys. I'm going to go eat dinner and take care of myself. Early bedtime. Continue to heal, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye, everyone.